السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب لا تذرني فردا وأنت خير الوارثين. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. رب اجعل هذا البلد آمنا واجنبني وبني أن نعبد الأصنام. ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل، نعم المولى ونعم النصير، غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. حسبنا الله لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. حسبنا الله لا إله إلا أنت عليك توكلنا وأنت رب العرش العظيم. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. Amen. Inshallah, we are approaching the conclusion of the story of Jesus. I don't want to turn this way and then this way, so we have to be together, inshallah. Yeah, if you don't mind. It is beautiful. So inshallah, in a friendly way, we will discuss together the subject and conclude this, the story of Jesus in the Quran series, inshallah. So we studied all the stories of Jesus so far, and we came to the verse 9. Excuse me, section 9 and verse 31. اتخذوا أخبارهم ورهبانهم أربابا من دون الله والمسيح ابن مريم. Now, they took it, or they make it, if the translation you see in the screen, I think, they took it, their rabbis, أخبارهم ورهبانهم, their monks, ruhban, and of Christ, the son of Mary, as lords, their Lord, beside God. So what does it mean?
Before it was Jesus, they were taking, the verse you said before was Jesus, they were taking as the Lord. Now it's the rabbis they're taking.
And also, yeah, not only Jesus, but also their rabbis, religious leaders, and their, among the pious ones, monks that understand this were ruhban, saints, and those people, you know, this saints, there are many saints. Also, it must be related to us. My question or my concern here today with you, look, this is somehow literally talking about some followers of Jesus among the children of Israel, where the Jesus was sent to correct and put it upright in the right place of the Torah's understanding of the Torah message of the Torah. That was his mission. But people took him not as the prophet, as the messenger, message bearer, but as Lord. It is interesting, and also not only Jesus, but rabbis as well, after Jesus disappeared, let's use a loose language about it, from this world. He wasn't with them. After generations later, they took their rabbis as their lords. And ruhban, those people who live spiritual life, maybe spiritually mature people, not necessarily that they should be somehow not innocent people, but somehow making trickery things. No, seriously, really, they are saints, respected people, and sincere devout of Jesus' religion, Jesus' way. But they took them as well as lords, and Jesus as well. My question is, as we always do in this class, what is it to do with me? Now, am I here reading the verses to blame Christian people or the followers of later generation of Jesus? I think neither the Quran nor my aim should be to criticize certain people and not related to me that I'm reading now. It is obvious. We know that we have been emphasizing on the importance of these stories bringing to our life. So we ask the simple question, why God tells this to me? It means you shouldn't take your religious leaders as your Rabb. Of course, we have to define this. What do you mean by taking the religious leaders, my Rabb? Or monks. It means in English, in Islamic terms, we call them awliyaullah, which is the Quranic language, and those people are appreciated in the Quran as well, and we have to respect them. That is also, I understand, and also Jesus himself as Rabb. What do you think I should do with this news? Any idea from anyone? No? No? Nobody has any idea? I mean, that is...
I would take this to be similar to how we have discussed messengership, which is to not attach the message to the messenger as if it is coming from, that it is their own creation. So seeing whatever that they represent as them being signs of that message, but not the source of that message. And so that being the first step.
What is the significance of accepting the messenger as a message bearer rather than the source of the message? I'm using your language, creator of the message himself. It means he is the source of the message. I mean, it is his idea.
Right. It would then be misattributing the source of knowledge to a created being. And so it would be incorrectly or illogically associating a cause to something that is already created itself.
Okay, in this sense, I can, or we can easily include Jesus as well as rabbis, as well as monks. For example, rabbis who are studying the Torah or who are studying the message and representing what they understood from the message to me and you. How can I take them, or how can I explain this matter that don't take them as lords? What does it mean? The knowledge they have obtained from the message of the prophet brought to them. They studied, they learned. Don't we expect to respect them, benefit from them, learn from them? I think it is clear, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we should. That is clear. Yeah, but while I am learning from them, as you said, Farah, I should not take them the source of the knowledge as to be the source of the knowledge they are transferring to me. How about monks? Monks are not represented as this knowledge transferers. How am I going to deal with my relationship with the monks? Or let's say pious people, modest people, they are trying to follow the message and to be the men of God, right? Monks, men of God, or godly men. What do you think that the wrong attitude may be? This is more a little bit subtler than rabbis. Rabbis, knowledge. Jesus, source of the message. Yeah, understood. We shouldn't take it, and we shouldn't take them to be the source of the message. How about monks? What do you think we should attitude? Which kind of attitude we should have?
I would think that we should take their knowledge or whatever their insights are to be again within the realm of human effort and not anything outside, or let's say something that is beyond human capability, but because of being, let's say, a monk or a godly person, that they have some special superhuman access to it. And so I would say that that to take their insight as being within the conditions of this universe, within the order that is accessible to human beings, and perhaps they have worked hard in a certain sense to receive it, from the source of knowledge.
Thank you very much. First of all, this communication really makes me feel happy. It is very good, interactive. Thank you for your contribution and your ideas as well. Yeah, it is going well. So monks are not regarded as the source of their knowledge-wise. Rabbis are, but monks are pointing to my understanding their virtues, their high moral qualities. Of course, we have to respect them. Anybody, we have to respect that, especially with people who have higher moral qualities and higher virtues. Honest people, definitely there must be. We should not have any doubt about it, unless we have some evidence. We have to respect them. Being respectful should not lead us to elevate their status as to be my Lord. For example, taken as if worshipping attitude to them, it means whatever they say, they must be correct, because they are godly people. They are getting something, they have a close connection with God. So whatever they say must be correct. Whatever they ask, they advise must be correct, because they are godly people. And we have to be careful that all the virtues, all the moral qualities they have are God-given qualities, and I have to appreciate their effort, but it doesn't mean that I would really take it for granted that whatever they say is absolutely correct, whatever they do is absolutely correct. at the end of the day, they are also human beings, and these virtues are God's grace as a response to their effort, if you like. So elevating their status as to be the source of their own value and their own virtues. And that is why I have to follow them rather than get lesson from them, as to be the source of, as if the source is themselves, not God-given qualities. So I shouldn't really elevate their status to lordship. That is, I mean, what you said and what comes to my mind. We have to be careful not to access. Of course, we know in the life of the prophet, life of the prophet demonstrates to us that if they started behaving towards the personality of the prophet himself, or as a human being, not his prophetic message, not for to his representation of the message of God, but himself. The very famous hadith was saying that the people were sitting, of course, they were not sitting on the chairs that time. There is no such thing. These are new events, all of them. So this kind of lifestyle that we are living now, nothing to do with the exemplary life of the prophet. Anyways, people stood up as the prophet came. He said, "What are you doing? Sit down, man, what are you doing? My friends, are you going to put me in the position of Jesus that the Christian people put him?" No, it is a serious matter. But if we are not expected to, yes, respecting is different from as a human being taking the prophets, even or the monks or rabbis, as an exceptional creatures that needs to be respected. No, their message, their knowledge, their virtuous life need to be respected, not their human personality. They are created beings. We should never, ever forget them. Their qualities also created. They are not the source of it. They are God-given qualities. All right? I'm looking at my friends. Shall we go further? وَمَا أُمِرُوا إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُوا إِلَهًا وَاحِدًا لا إله إلا هو سبحانه عما يشركون. So yet وما أعبدوا, they have not been ordered to worship. It means human beings in general, but in this context, the followers of Jesus and this community. But we can take it to ourselves that we are included in it. We have not been ordered to worship, but the one God, absolute God. We understand Wahid is in the sense of Wahid, Ahad in the sense of absolute. The difference between Wahid and Ahad, absolute is to be the creator of every individual being, needs to have absolute qualities in order to be able to create this tree here or this fruit here. He has to be the creator of the whole universe. Now, Wahid is slightly different meaning as far as we can learn from certain scholars. Looking at the whole universe must be the creation or the act of creation of an absolute being. At the end, both of them refer to the absoluteness, but the perspective changes only. From which perspective we are looking at it. If we are looking at the case and try to analyze it and try to explain it in terms of individual beings and seeing the qualities in their existence as to be necessarily to be absolute qualities, then this is what we understand God's absoluteness in terms of being the creator of every individual being that we are interacting with. So God's presence there, God's manifestations, signs of his qualities in the creation of each being also necessitates that this one must be must be created by the one who is the creator of the universe. So very simple example. Here we are in an apartment and there is a door here. When I look at the door and its relationship with the wall and the whole apartment and the whole other apartments as well, and the layer, floors, the first floor, second floor relationship, I understand that in order to design this apartment or the whole build, no, excuse me, start from the door. In order to decide that the door is to be here, the size of the door must be as it has now. Its size is must be the decision or the one who made this apartment, designed this apartment, architect, and this apartment's location necessitates that this floor, the apartment is located in a certain position in the floor, and then the floor necessitates that upper floors and down floors, etc., up floors and down floors, all the building, whoever designed the whole building must be the designer of this door here. I think you get it. You got it. It is clear now. This is hadiyya, ahad. Wahid means looking at the building from outside, the same building, and seeing that it is well arranged, and there are some apartments here arranged. So, and seeing that it is not meaningless, and deciding that this apartment needs an architect who designed the whole building. This building, not apartment, it was a mistake. This building must have a designer or architect who knows what is in it, what on the roof and the foundations, the walls, interior, outside, who knows all this must be the designer of this apartment. And the designer is not all, of course, we cannot find the designer within the walls of the building. So it must have another layer of existence. So this relationship is also called wahid. So here we should understand that we are not ordered. It means we are not ordered. It means our human qualities are do not include in it to accept any idea other than absoluteness of the creator of the universe in both senses, other from this minor, not minor, come on. General and particulars senses. Very simple word didn't come to my mind.
Not universal.
Micro and macro level. Thank you very much. Thank you. Micro and macro level of approach or seeing or viewing the universe must come to the same conclusion. That is, why did I say must come? Otherwise, my human capacity cannot accept it. It means they have not been ordered to worship. It means they are not given any quality, any human capacity other than confirming one absolute creator. Because there is no, when we say order, doesn't mean that revelation should tell me don't worship anything other than one creator, but my capacity is not ready to confirm it. That is what? This is what? Contradictory to my nature, and I cannot accept this message. So as if this verse is saying, as a speech of the creator says, oh man, I created you to confirm with the ability to confirm this message. So don't contradict your nature. Don't contradict the way you are created. Don't lie or don't deny and claim that something else is approved by me, or I can confirm it by me. It is impossible. I didn't give you this option in your creation. What we understand from وَمَا أُمِرُوا, وَمَا أُمِرُوا إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُوا إِلَهًا وَاحِدًا. I mean, the Quran, I will speak even clearer. What revelation, Quran or the Bible or Torah, ordered me, for example, to worship not one God, the absolute God, but some other things. So I will follow the revelation. Impossible. My nature, the way I am created, cannot confirm it. So God is telling me, Vema Amuru, I have not ordered it, means I haven't created you with this quality. That is what I understood. So, any comment, any question here, or any concern here? This one. I think this is important. They have been ordered to worship none but the one. Okay, God. Simply. Got it, inshallah? Other than whom there is no deity, and illahu subhanahu amma yushrikun, exalted be he about those to whom they ascribe divinity. It means, again, if I claim that, here we are studying this one, this last piece of the verse. If I claim that other than the absolute source of existence, that the universe or any part of the universe belongs to any piece of the universe. This is what I mean. It is because something within the universe, whatever it is. Now, their conclusion will be beyond human capacity, which means when I say Subhana means, of course, my conclusion must suffer from any defect. Do you understand this? Subhan is translated usually about any missing, shortcomings, any defect. So God doesn't have any shortcoming. God doesn't have, I mean, what else, any word? A defect. But this is what the literal meaning is. But in fact, when I put it in my reality, I should turn the case to my perspective. If I come up with an idea that the universe or any part of the universe is created by something which has some sort of lacking points in it, lacking aspect in it. For example, let us take these cases here. The Quran says, rabbis, they die. It means they cannot be a source of existence. Ruhban, it means monks or saints, they die, they get old, and they are created. They need to be created. Jesus, look, he has to born. He has to be born through a woman or some way. He has to eat. He has to walk. He has to breathe. And they cannot be God. In my nature, creation, there is no way I can confirm that universe is happening by itself. What do you mean by itself? It means the things are making themselves. So what do you mean? Or naturally it is happening this way. What is nature? Do you mean? Of course, we have to ask this question. Always careful. When you say nature, it is something, a part of this universe, within the universe itself, but in the universe, within the universe. Or any super being, it means source of the existence of the whole universe, but not existing within the conditions of the universe, going beyond. Did I make it clear? I know my language is extremely limited. Sorry?
No, I didn't get it.
You didn't get it.
Nature, because mostly people use nature as like mountains, skies.
All of them.
Yeah.
Now, in our daily language, we use these are natural beauties.
Right.
But we have to be careful that in philosophy, it is not used in this way.
Yeah,
It means natural quality of the things that acting in this way. But the things, the quality of the things, but the quality of the things change.
Right.
Things need to come into existence. And things need to be created or given existence. And things also disappear. Now, for example, the animals and animate beings are slowly, the plants and some certain animals are really disappearing from existence now. They are dying. Human beings are dying, for example. So human nature is created in such a way that it cannot confirm this idea, which is lacking something. Subhana is a very deep meaning phrase. Simple to be, we always said exalted, how God is exalted. We are talking about God is exalted. Now we are talking about what? If my conclusion is not coming to the absolute creator, explaining everything, existence of everything in terms of absolute creator, must be the source of the existence of this being, whether the whole universe or part of the universe, a piece of the universe. Then my nature rejects it. It means not only God himself says, I am beyond any defect that attributed to me, but this is what God says. From my perspective, I cannot really confirm, any idea as to be the source of existence, which this idea lacks perfection of absoluteness. shorter than absoluteness. Did you get it? Is it clear now? How did you get this idea? I'm relating it to my capacity. I cannot confirm my conclusion as to be the source of existence of anything if this conclusion lacks absoluteness, even 1% or 1/1000th of perfection. For example, saying that if God is wise, why did he do this? Sorry?
That's lacking.
Lacking something. It
Yeah.
means lacking some part of wisdom. It cannot be the source of existence of the universe. Human capacity cannot accept that. It is then with the Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illahu. These are great needs explanations from our perspective as well. They are not very easy to, but speaking on behalf of God, saying that God never misses anything. He is all perfect. Yeah, that is your conclusion. How did you come to this conclusion? Use your capacity. And your capacity must be understood that you are created in such a way that you are made in such a way that be careful if you don't come up with the idea of absoluteness of the creator or source of existence of anything. This should contradict your reality and you should not be able to confirm it. Check. The Quran is reminding me, check yourself. Can you really say that whatever is lacking the absoluteness, quality of absoluteness, check. Can you really confirm this idea? Do you have this nature at all? And the God is telling me in this kind of languages, your reality, the way you are made, cannot confirm if you don't come up with the idea that source of existence of anything, if you don't come, is not absolute one. So that's why human nature rejects that even the whole universe itself created itself. No, the universe is not enough to create one fly, as the Quran keeps saying. Why? Because it's not perfect. It's changing. It's limited. It has a beginning and seems to be anything has a beginning, must have an end. Because anything has a beginning, definitely, logically, cannot be infinite. So, what is how we should understand this kind of verses? I think this verse is the main point in our today's discussion. So we will continue. If you have any concerns, any comments, anything which is, you may not be familiar with the way I am talking here. That is something else. I understand. But if it doesn't make sense to you, please say to me. Tell me what do you think? If it is not clear, we can talk. It is the most important matter in order to understand how we should benefit from the revelation. We should not take what Revelation says, God lacks nothing. God should not lack nothing. God should not miss anything in his qualities, or this kind of language. Really. Or this kind of claims are just claims to me. So we have to look at any matter from our perspective. Although it is very difficult, but we have to work on it. You are intelligent people here. Okay, Bismillah. I see no hand or chat, so I will continue for section 4, 157 word. Verse. قالوا بنا قتلنا المسيح ابن مريم رسول الله وما قتلوه وما صلبوه ولكن شبه لهم وإن الذين اختلفوا فيه لفي شك منه ما لهم به من علم إلا اتباع الظن وما قتلوه يقينا. As for their claim, saying, claim, we have killed Jesus, Christ Jesus, son of Mary, the messenger of God. Isa ibn Maryam, Rasulullah. Now, Quran emphasized that he is Rasulullah, right? You killed it, but when I see the verse, it says, why Quran says aids the messenger of God, rather than saying, for example, as for I'm reading from the English one. I think you all understand Arabic as well. وَقَوْلِهِ مِنَّا قَتَلْنَا الْمَسِيحَ ابْنَ مَرْيَمَ Maryam. That's it. It means we have killed the Christ, Jesus, son of Mary. That's not enough. So the continues, however, they didn't kill him, nor did they crucify him. Yeah, we are talking about Jesus. Why here specifically Quran adds the messenger of God? I said, there is something here. There is the real message is here. You cannot kill the messenger of God. You can kill the personality. It means
The body.
Yeah, body. It means, but it doesn't mean, and I don't like to go into the historical narrations mentioning that the God suspended Jesus's body and they didn't crucify him. No. I'm not saying these are wrong. No, I respect them. And these arguments do not bring anything to my life. Okay, Jesus is not killed, taken away to heaven by God, and he will come back. So what? What shall I do? I didn't see him. How can I confirm that he has been taken away by God? Ultimately, I will say, look, no one can kill me. They kill my body. But the messenger of God means you cannot kill the message of the messenger of God. Wow. That is my point now. Can I kill it by denying it, rejecting it, ignoring it? No, it is there. Your reality needs the messenger of God. You cannot kill the message of the messenger of God because it is the message. The messenger means, what makes a messenger of God is the message. You cannot kill the messenger of God. I'm not saying that they really killed the body of Jesus. That is not my concern at all, and I don't think it is your concern either. Got it? So what is my concern? What my concern should be now? Can I kill the messenger? The message of the messengers in my life, because I am always face the things, and my human capacity forces me. What does it mean? Why am I in this way? Why am I created? Where did I come from? Where am I going? My future. Why am I in this world and struggling with this world? These questions are within me. They need answers, and the messengers bring these answers. I cannot totally disregard them in my life. I may try to run away from them, but it is always with me. You cannot kill the message of the messengers, because these are the message of the messengers is the answer to my now human questions. Now I am concerned with these questions. Why is it that when we look at human beings, if anything happens to them, they say, why is it that? Why did you tell me this? Yeah. So for example, what are you doing? For example, I'm going to work. Why? There's the reason. There's the reason. But we are always questioning why when it comes to worldly life, but we are not that sensitive when it comes to my reality. Why am I here? You see, we may turn blind to it, but in our nature, it is ingrained into our existence, and we cannot get rid of it. I think we'd better not to ignore it, because it's always with us. I cannot kill the prophetic message. It means purpose of my existence, purpose of the living conditions. I cannot ignore it. I should pay attention to it. Even I don't, it is within me. So if I don't ask the question, get a right answer, I will suffer from the meaninglessness of my life. So it was surprising to see that. Why? For example, people always tell, discuss, very heavily discuss. Everybody must have heard. And Christian people say that it is crucified, Jesus is crucified.
Salabu translated as
Sorry?
Salabu.
What? I don't understand.
Katalu and Salabu. 2 words.
Salabu, crucify.
Right.
Salabu, to crucify. Catalyst,
Why
to kill.
add that to Katalu?
Because they made it say that it is crucified, therefore they are killed. For example, I'm sorry. Therefore he is killed. But doesn't matter. But this is not really, this is what the people keep saying. Whether they are crucified, that, the old Christian theology. Christian theology is based on the suffering of Jesus. I mean, it doesn't make sense, or does it not make sense? Is something to the irrelevant to me, because somebody suffered. Okay, what shall I do? Okay, suffered for what? For you. Okay, thank you. Benefit from it. Why did you suffer for me? What did you bring to me that you suffered? Right? I'm respectful to my mother, to my father, because somehow they took the responsibility to take care of my life. They took care of me in my existence. They tried to feed me, clean me, etc., provide a shelter. I respect them. I respect them. But it doesn't mean that I should just totally ignore them. The problem here is, why don't you talk about, can we kill the messengers? It means, what makes a man messenger? What does it mean? We have to understand the Quran. Yeah, for example, I am saying, for example, here, Asim is an engineer, software engineer. Now, why for example, let's say I am the owner of a company, I am employing you, all right? and I took you as an employee. Why do I take it? Not because your hand, not because your head or body, because of your quality. You are worth to me as long as you are software engineer. If you are not software engineer, what shall I do with you? Your body doesn't mean anything for me. So the body of the prophet doesn't mean anything because he's a prophet means his prophetic mission. For example, if I say, if a person is a Christian, what does it mean? Not because of his hand, what's the leg or foot or feet or head, but his idea makes him quality of accepting and following or claiming to follow the Christian theology that nowadays known to everyone. That makes him a Christian. And when the Quran says, for example, don't assign the Christians and Jews as your close friends. Not the body, man. What makes them Christian, what makes them Jews should not be your friend. These ideas should not be your friends. That's what the Quran should be understood in this way. So the prophet, the messenger of God means Rasulullah, excuse me, means what makes a man as Rasulullah. You cannot kill this aspect of this message. It means it is so real. It is reality. But if it was a lie, you can deny it. But if it is not a lie or not correct, it is a correct idea, not false idea, false reasoning. If it is false reasoning, it is not reality anyway. It doesn't exist. It is just imagination. But at the same time, if it is true, what will you do? You have to confirm it. You cannot kill. That's what we have to understand. When I say salawat upon the prophets or Prophet Muhammad والسلام, he says, I am with you there. When you say, not bodily, his prophetic message is enlightening my feeling, saying that, yeah, because I looked at it through the message of the Prophet Muhammad, messenger of God Muhammad. So I am very pleased with this understanding. It makes sense to me. It makes my life meaningful. Then I am happy with him. Alayhi salatu wassalam, I am expressing my happiness. Not that my tongue is Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Why do you say sallallahu alayhi wasallam? Meaningless. But if you get the message and apply the message and feel the presence of the message of the Prophet Muhammad, then your salawat brings you Muhammad in your presence. We should not cheat ourselves. Be realistic. Alhamdulillah. I am excited about this kind of understanding of the Quran and Hadith narrations. So it's great, really. Okay. Let's go a bit further and faster and finish it. However, they didn't kill him because they cannot kill him now. Can you kill the truth? Huh? For example, simple. 2 + 2 makes 4. Can you kill this? You may deny it, you cannot kill it. It's still there. It's reality, let's say. Nor did they crucify him. No, they didn't do whatever the way the language you use that we killed, Jesus was killed, Jesus was crucified. No, these are impossible because he is the messenger of God. Body is not the messenger of God, but the message he brings, the message he represents in his life is the thing that we cannot kill, we cannot crucify. Now,
what about the phrase, It was only made to appear so.
Yeah, they say. Those who disagree, yes, I see. Crucify him, though if we are now there to study, thank you.
So 2 plus 2
Though
plus
it
4
was
plus-
made to appear as if it had been so. They may say that deny the message of the prophet, and they said, this is disappeared. Let's chase him or kill him bodily. Okay, the message doesn't really disappear. But they may think that, oh, we are released. For example, making people in the life of the prophet or in the life of the children of Israel, they complained about Jesus. And in the story that the Christian history tells us, and the, the Roman authorities crucified him. They said that we are done with it. No, after 2020 or 2000 years after, still Jesus's message is alive in this way or in one form or another form. It is still alive. You see, they didn't kill him. Yeah, but they thought we got rid of him. But again, I am not denying, I am not approving whether really the crucifixion really took place or not. I see, as far as my life is concerned, it is irrelevant. I don't talk about it, but get the message as related to my real life, real living experience. Those who disagree, I'm hurrying a bit, those who disagree are confused, having no real knowledge to follow, only supposition. That is what they suppose. Okay, that is really, of course, dhan, isn't it? It must be the word dhan here. Yes. Yeah, dhan has two meanings. Here, one meaning, I'm not going into details, one meaning that they thought they did it. They thought they killed that, but in reality, they didn't. And the Quran says to give his message, you cannot kill the message, even when you think that I prohibited, for example, let us put it, although I don't agree with the language, Muhammadan religion is not to be taught in this land. King says, for example, a crazy man comes and may do it using military power, etc. And they may say, okay, we got rid of Muhammad's message. Can they? It's out there. It is out there. But somebody follow it, somebody may not follow it. That is their choice, but it's out there. Yeah. Somebody may say that I'm going to close the mathematics department in my university. That's it. I'm done with it. This is the mathematics, whatever the mathematics represent as the truth, disappeared? Not at all, irrelevant. That's what we understand. They didn't kill him, certainly. Yeah. Okay. Last verse. Okay, last verse of the section. Of course, with Galais ibn Maryam ya Bani Israel, inni Rasulullah ilaykum musaddiqan lima bayna yaday min at-Tawrat wa mubashiran bi rasulin yati min ba'di اسمه أحمد فلما جاءهم بالبينات قالوا هذا سحر مبين. That's what the Quran narrates. And when Jesus, son of Mary, said, O children of Israel, I am God's messenger to you. This is what we have been emphasizing on it. That is the important point, really, the real message which we are concerned with. Confirming what is available of the Torah, yes. Whatever is truth remain in the Torah. Yeah, I'm not rejecting it because all the prophets, what do? They confirm the previous message in its original form. So I follow the Torah as well, what is left, truth in it, and bringing good news of a messenger who will come after me. And also, I'm not the last one. There will be another one. Even you can really make it disappear as if in human civil life, God will send another one and revive it. It never dies. God always keeps it alive. Because if I am created with the ability to understand the truth, if the truth is not available, what do you mean? I would say, rationally speaking, I would say somebody made this machine perfectly arranged, but there is no program. I said it contradicts. If there is no program to run through this laptop,
Right.
what is the point in making the machine? Yeah?
Yeah.
It's pointless, isn't it? So definitely human beings, as the Quran says, created to confirm the truth, reality, and the meaning, the real meaning of the existence, purpose of the existence. If I am created with this capacity, it must be available for me to understand the universe, decipher its meaning. There must be an instruction helping me to decipher the meaning, understand the meaning of existence. Without which, impossible. That's why the prophetic line must follow each other and must confirm each other. On the contrary, philosophy criticizes each other, contradicts each other. They say, this is wrong, I am right. But the prophet never said, the prophet Jesus never said, Moses was wrong. Moses' message was wrong. No, what did he say? Moses' message is corrupted. I am going to renew it for you and refresh it for you. You will get it. And also, when you corrupt my message, there will be someone else, which is called Quran speaking in Arabic. Of course, it says what? Ahmed. Of course, what does it mean? They say comforter, parakletos or parakletos, whatever. Sorry?
Which verses?
It's Ismu Ahmed. Which verse?
Oh, yeah.
61:6.
61.
Yeah, as Saf, as section Saf, and verse number 6. Right? Okay, whatever. So all the prophets say, you understand now why we need to interpret the verse we studied earlier on, that rather than speaking about bodily creation of the bodily killing of Jesus, we should now concentrate on what? Not bodily creation, because the following verses also, the verses I chose, demonstrates the messengership of Jesus, not the body of Jesus. I shouldn't bother really the body of Jesus. Argumentation. I shouldn't get into it. Neither confirming, no denying. Let's say it is, as far as my practical life is concerned, it is irrelevant. So we have to understand that if, definitely Quran guarantees that the message of the Quran is not going to be corrupted message. Interpretations maybe. Followers of the Quranic message, those people nowadays claim to be the Muslims, as the students of the Quran or followers of the Quran, but they don't usually study the Quran and claim that they are following the Quran. That is something ridiculous, but at the same time, reality. If something happens, assume that Quranic message corrupted. Definitely there must be another corrected. The human race cannot be left without the guidance of exercising putting into practice their human nature under the witnessing the signs of the universe, interpreting, understanding the purpose of their existence. Impossible. This Ahmed refers to the Prophet Muhammad. I understand this, but I will read it in a general sense. Now, if a prophetic message is corrupted, definitely a fresh one will be introduced. It is, otherwise, it would be contradictory to human nature. That is what we have to understand. Did you get it? This is clear, inshallah. So, but when he came to them, the human beings, with clear evidence, maybe to them, maybe in this specific case refers to the children of Israel, but children of Israel means any people, any group of people claim that they are following God's religion, right? Philosophers, no, they say I'm following my reasoning. And some Eastern religions, later on, they turned into, we are not following God's religion, we are following somebody's ideas, right? Maybe they believe in God, Hindus, or some of them Buddhists don't believe in God. But whatever they say, whoever claims that I am following God's religion, it means revelation through prophets. This is the children of Israel representing this. So children of Israel, when the prophet comes, Ahmed, it means when Jesus' message is corrupt, actually lost, Jesus' message is not there. Narrations are there. Not the message is not preserved, really, but some pieces are narrated. Now, in the narrated, not in original form, but in original language, but in translation. So definitely the translation lacks the real meaning of the original words. So when it is corrupted, a message is corrupted, there will be somebody else with clear evidence, means that you can confirm that this is really exactly what the universe witnesses. This is really exactly what my nature, human nature confirms. Clear evidence. They said this is obvious magic. Some people make an excuse and say that, oh, there's something interesting here. Extraordinary, but magic. Not God-revealed reality. Why? They don't want to submit. That is not because it doesn't make sense to them, because they never come up with a real evidence. They claim, nature, where is nature? Real evidence, show it to me. No, there's no such thing. Got it? So, magic was something that this man made up himself. Human beings may say it, maybe we should understand this part of the verse, the last part of this section, inshallah, next time we will start the story of Abraham. Inshallah. Inshallah, that is my intention next Wednesday, inshallah. So, when they come, they say, any excuse, not that they demonstrate the truthfulness. Nowadays, it is a mistake. It doesn't make sense. It is irrational to accept. So we have to understand that God, the one who created me, must present me the inshallah what God tells me. My creator must present the way to teach me, which I can confirm in my human nature. I think the time is really late. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Wa akhir da'wahum an alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin bi hurmati sirri surati